Full Podcast, hosted by Fernando Albert Salinas and Selena Nunez.
I'm Fernando Albert Salinas, and I'm here with Selena. We're here to conduct interviews for the Reshaping Identity 805 project, which is a social marketing campaign to increase and improve access, education, and enrollment for Latinos in public health and mental health services in our county. VCBH, Colonial Council, and LULAC are excited to partner with Ventura County Behavioral Health and Ventura County Public Health by organizing social marketing events that celebrate Latino art and culture. Matter of fact, I think tomorrow night we're going to be... Do you know where we're going to be?
No, Santa Paula.
We're going to be in Santa Paula doing a quinceañera.
Oh, it's tomorrow with Maria Jimenez and Dr. Gamino?
That's
I
right.
know them. You're going? I don't. Forgot about it.
Okay.
I had forgotten about it. Oh my goodness, it's tomorrow?
It's tomorrow. I don't think they made a flyer, so otherwise I'd send it to you.
They did.
They did?
Yeah, she sent it to, because she's in my group with public health.
Okay.
We're called Creando Comunidad. We're the first group of health promoters in Ventura County with public health.
Yeah, we're gonna be there with the photo booth.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi everybody, I'm Olga Medina, and what's what else to say?
Maybe tell people a little bit about what you do. What you do in the community, right? Because you do a lot.
I know that's one of the things. I'll probably take it most of the time. But I'm an in-home support services provider for the elderly and handicapped. It's a program through the through Medical, and a member of a non-profit organization with Líderes Campesinas of Ventura County. I'm also part of a coalition. We're called VCBH 805 against pesticides. I help Ms. Gloria Roman distribute produce to the community every Wednesday. I've been doing it for, I think, 7 years. So I'm also I'm already a certified promoter with public health. This is my second year with the group. We're called Creando Comunidad, and I think basically that's it for now, I think.
Okay.
What does your group mean in English?
Líderes Campesinos, or what?
The one that you
Creating community with public health. Mm-hmm.
And the other one? Libres.
Líderes Campesinas, we're farm worker leaders. Farm worker leaders, yeah. So we focus on, we're just women, and we focus on the issues with our farm workers. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So, did you grow up here in Oxnard?
Yes. I was brought here, I don't remember, I think I was 9 or so years old. I was brought here I'm from Coahuila, Mexico, and so I've been here since then. Yeah, so I grew up here.
I got you. And typically when we're on the show, we go into a little bit of your story, the story of your youth. And so can you tell me what it was like growing up here in Oxnard, or at least getting here, or even before, if you want to tell me about, if you can remember any of that part of your life before you got here?
I was I think I was a really happy little girl when I lived in Mexico. I grew up with my grandparents because my mom left us with my grandparents to come in and follow the American dream. And I just remember we were really happy. We were really poor, but I never noticed until I came here, that all the things that we didn't have over there when I was growing up. We didn't have water, we didn't have no light, we didn't have no refrigerator, no TV, none of the electrical, what do you call it?
Appliances?
We didn't have we had dirt floors, but I never, since I didn't know what it was to have all that, I didn't even know what a refrigerator was. Vacuum cleaner, none of that, or like a rug. And so I never, you can never miss what you never seen. I don't know how to say it. So, so we were brought here, and I was really sad. We cried a lot because we were separated from our, we called them Mama Juana Papachilo. So we didn't really knew my mom that much, so we didn't call her mom. So our parents were my grandparents, and so we had to come through the border, through the El Cerro, we had to cross the desert.
Walking?
Yeah.
9 years old?
Yeah.
Wow.
My little brother was 5, I believe, or something like that, with my grandma. And you made me go back to that sad experience. I remember the person that was bringing us over, telling us to shut up, because we could see the helicopter above us, and he would tell my grandma to shut us up. I remember we got to the borderline, nowhere. I think it was Tijuana, TJ, I don't remember. And they took us to the restroom, and I remember my grandma's knees were all blood was just dripping from her knees, because we were on our knees crossing through the rocks, and so right there a person came and got us and took us to a house, and from there I don't know where they took my grandma. I don't know, I just remember that a couple crossed us over, and then later on we saw our grandma over here, and and my mom was really happy to see us, and I don't know what it was everything. It was really new to us. Everything. It was really new. I remember, like I was telling you, I didn't know what a refrigerator was, and none of all these appliances, electrical appliances. Well, one time I believe I remember they did send my grandma a refrigerator to Mexico. I'm gonna recheck that. And we were really happy, and then they sent her, I think, a little TV. And by then, before we came, they had already sent her those two things. So I remember one day my mom, because she didn't have, I don't know why she didn't have no idea that we didn't know what certain things were. And she told me, bring me the vacuum cleaner. And like I said, I never seen a rug before in my life. And I remember she told me to bring the vacuum cleaner. And I remember seeing my dad raking the grass outside. We didn't even know what. I never seen grass before either, but to me they seemed the same. And so I went and got the rake from outside, and my mom just laughed, and I was like, what, and she goes, ay, mija, and she came in and she got the vacuum cleaner from the little room. And that's one thing I will never ever forget, And we had to learn how to live with, like, whereas it was like a new world. I remember going to school and being bullied. Because we didn't speak English. So we were brought over here by my stepdad. It's my mom. When my mom married my stepdad, he told her to bring us over here. And so because I never knew my real dad, so he was we started calling him Dad because that's the only dad figure that we knew. And so I don't know, I was really a really quiet little girl. But then I didn't know how to defend myself, and I would fight a lot. I started fighting a lot at school because they would bully me in the bus. They would call us retarded because we used to ride the small bus, and or the one that took the handicapped students. And the reason why, because I grew up in the middle of well, actually when we came, it was a lemon orchard down on the Woolly Road and Rose. Back then there was like all that, wasn't there? Like downtown was from I believe where was, I don't know, you guys probably don't know, but there was the closest market. There was the Santa Cruz market on Rose and like by the tracks right there on 5th Street. And so the big bus wouldn't go pick us up over there. And and we were made fun of because we rode that little bus. So my young years like were, I really liked school, but I couldn't really focus because all of my family, my mom, my dad, everybody worked. All the adults worked, and so I had to take care of like making dinner for everybody for that when they came from work, because they all worked in the fields. And so I didn't really have time to focus in school, and then all this bullying, you know. I had to worry about what am I gonna make for dinner today, because my mom would like leave a note for me as to what I was gonna make that day. And so I'd be doing my homework really late at night, around 10 or 11. So in the morning I didn't really I didn't really want to go to school because I was I hadn't slept. All through that time, since I was left alone a lot, I guess I don't know why my mom or the adults in the family, they never noticed or never thought about, child about being abused. Nevertheless, I guess a family member, and so all this time I was being abused by a family member.
When did the abuse start? Like, how old were you?
Right there, and then right after I came from Mexico, right?
So
Right
9 years old?
Right after, he started. And since I was like I said, I was going through all this new stuff, all these changes, all this, that I had a process, in my head. I had never experienced nothing like that, and so I was just, I don't know, I guess I was just confused. I don't know how to explain, since we didn't have that trust and that connection with my mom, because my mom's always been a really, how to say it? It's always been really hard on us, really demanding, or you do what I say and all this. I was really scared of my mom, so the person that was abusing me would tell me if I said anything that my mom was gonna send me back to Mexico, that she wasn't gonna believe me and that she was gonna beat me up. So, the years went by, and I was 14 years old, and by that time, I don't know, I was so confused, and because he would, he never, all through the years, he was in control, he would make sure that I never talked to boys my age. And he confused me, telling me that he loved me. And that one day he wanted to marry me and wanted to take me away, and we were gonna live happy, and we were gonna go somewhere where nobody knew us and start a new life together. And so by this time I thought that the abuse to me turned into thought it was that I loved him.
You were 9 years old. And how much older was that person
Up until,
when?
I believe he was not that much older. He was like, I think like 20, 21. I really don't really. I blocked so many things and that happened all through my life. Like through that time, as I got older, I blocked a lot of things. Like I cannot tell you, that I remember what he really did to me, I blocked that out. And I think that is what has brought me so far.
You had siblings with you?
Excuse me.
Siblings? You have siblings?
Your brother, right?
During that time?
Yeah, around here in the house.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, I just don't understand. I just think all this time my mom and everybody knew about it. And but I believe that my mom she had to choose her marriage, or I don't know.
Or being a good mom.
I guess
Being there.
being a mom, I guess. I don't know. Because anybody in their right mind wouldn't, because we lived in a motorhome, and it was a 3-bedroom. One was my mom's and my dad, and the other one the abuser and my aunt, and the other room my 2 brothers. I'm the middle child, so I have an older brother and a little brother. And my mom, I would sleep in the living room. So that, I think right there gave him the opportunity, and I just don't understand how nobody knew about it.
How did it come to an end?
When I was 14 years old, he took me to the room because we were, I don't know, I think we had a party. There was a lot of parties at my house every weekend, just because, or whatever, we're a big family, or there was always something going on. And he saw me talking to one of my friends' son that was my age, and he got mad and took me to the room and was telling me that he was really mad, and he was telling me that he didn't want me talking to him. So we were just right there, and my mom comes in because the door wasn't locked, but it was closed, but it wasn't locked. And my mom came in, and she just going on here like Olga Lydia, that's my name. And I don't know, the guy just ran out, and my mom started hitting me, just like you said, without asking me what happened, what's going on here or something. She just got me by the hair and started hitting me. And I felt guilty, you know. I felt so guilty. I thought it was my fault, that I was doing wrong, because I thought I loved him. And it just left, and all of a sudden I was kept away. They would bring the food in to the room I was in, like I didn't have the right to sit in the table with the family anymore, like I was a disgrace or something, you know, like that's how they treated me. And just one day my mom just came and told me that, come on, they took me to the airport and sent me to Mexico. Just like he had said, it was gonna happen. But they sent me to now where I'm from. They sent me to my stepdad's family house in Linares, Nuevo León. It's like family that I never ever met. And that's how it happened. And just that abuse stopped there, but then over there they treated me like the maid. That another type of abuse started.
Was it physical or mostly
emotionally? And yeah, emotionally, just, you know, like had me just do all the, like the housework. I was just like maid. And
so it was safer in some ways and then hard in others.
Yeah. And then they put me in this one school because the lady she was a teacher at this one school, and where, you know, they send soldiers from the base from here to over there, or from different places. And I went to school there, and I met this one guy, this soldier who was in the Navy, and we just started talking because for some reason, I don't know how we noticed that we both spoke English. And then we started talking, and he told me that he came from the Wainini base. And I was just so happy to know somebody that knew where I lived before. And so he would want me home, and the lady called my mom and said that I was over there already, like flirting and talking to guys, and so my mom went and got me, and took me to where I was born in Mexico, and they made me my debut, as we call it, quinceañera, like but I don't know, just to me it's like it wasn't my quinceañera. It was my mom's quinceañera. I had no say so. She made me make sure that I felt guilty all through the, you don't have no say so. She picked everything her way, and so I wasn't really happy, about that, making it a quinceañera.
For the listeners that don't know what a quinceañera is,
It's a debut.
So a debut, what does it represent to?
When you become a lady, and when you become a woman, and yeah. So,
Did you think that 15 was old enough to be called a lady or a woman at that time?
I know. So, so then after that, they brought me. I remember if I stayed there for a little while. I don't remember if I stayed there for a little while. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember if my grandma was still alive. I don't remember. I think she was. Oh yeah, I think she was. But then they brought me back. And then one day I heard somebody knocking on the door, and it was my abuser. And they greeted him like nothing. That really hurt me. I could not believe it. From then on is when I think it started before, but I think from then on I started having anxiety and depression. I think it started way before, but that's when I noticed. I isolated myself. I wasn't like the normal, young lady. I wasn't. I just was in shock. Like, it took me, I think, I don't know how long it took me to, process it. Or, I didn't know how to react to that, I was like, I don't know, I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe in it that my mom, so-and-so, oh, come in, and, I don't know.
At that point, did you feel like you needed help to get this person away? Was there anyone you could talk to? You're older now, maybe you had friends in school, anything?
I didn't have no friends. And like I said, I didn't have nobody to, I had nobody to talk to. I think that was most of the problem that, I think that was most of the problem. Why I never said anything or, did anything about it, because I didn't have nobody to guide me. I didn't know about what to do. I think.
At that time, did you feel like you were a victim, you were taken advantage of, abused, or did you feel like he was somebody that you really had feelings still?
No, at that time, I don't know what I felt. After I came back, I just don't know how I felt. just really don't. I never thought about it. But I don't think I felt, I don't think I knew what I felt. I just knew that I felt unprotected and that I didn't have like anybody to protect me, because just seeing this, you know, my mom welcome him back, I don't know.
You're in a state of,
I think I was in a state of shock like
Yeah.
for a long time and I didn't even know it.
so you're 15, 16. He comes to visit or he comes to stay?
He came to visit
And did, at that point,
and
were
he
you
would
able to?
show up during like different times, like during 1 year, like he would show up.
And did the abuse start again?
Huh?
Or did the abuse start
Oh, no.
again? Okay.
Oh no. At some point we would like cross like words
Mhm.
or whatever, you know, but like just normal, like nothing, you know, and just felt uncomfortable, but I didn't really think I just stayed away.
What would you have liked to do to this person or to have them do? What was there something that, did you
I would have liked my mom to have protected me and done something about it. Talk to me about it, what happened. Because right now she doesn't even know that it happened through all those years. I don't know I would like to know what she thinks, because I never talked to her about it, as what she thinks that happened, or I don't know, you know, we never talked about it ever. And my aunt too. It was my husband's aunt, but he was also my stepbrother. So it's really like complicated, because it was my stepdad's son, and it's like the two sisters married the son and the dad. So that was my mom and my aunt. It's really complicated because like my cousins, his son and daughter called my mom aunt and my stepdad grandpa. So a lot of people were like, you know, at times people would ask like, what do you mean, like, you know? But people that knew that he was his son and that my aunt was my mom's sister, it was obvious, you know. It was awkward, but you know, a lot of people didn't question it, you know. They would just like come up to the conclusion, oh yeah, well it's because, you know, they're sisters and they're son and dad and son, so.
Was your mom's sister like a lot older than him when they were?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know, thought about it. I haven't even thought about that. But
So he's still alive and he's still in.
as far as I know, he's in prison because since then, like he was, what I know is that he was like he was always in and out of jail. He was always like a problem child, so I don't know, would always get in trouble. And so it's been like that, and so after what happened, that they found out, or whatever, in quotes, found out, and they separated, and then but all through all this time, it's really like I don't know how to explain it, because I took care of my cousins, because I was like, the oldest girl, and then also actually the only girl, and I took care of their kids, his and my aunt's kids, all 3 kids that they had. I took care of them, so.
Did you protect them from him?
I believe I did. Without knowing, I think. I don't know. But I never thought I think that I never thought about him doing anything to them, really. Because I would just, I don't know, it just never, consciously I think I did, because I never like went through my mind that a dad could do that to the kids. But through the years I found out that I don't know what some reason, I don't know if it's the drugs, the drugs, because he was in drugs, and takes over the person. It's not that I don't think he's at fault, but I think the drugs and alcohol have a lot to do with people's actions, and the fact that they, I guess, don't know that they're going through a certain situation, like depression and anxiety, like we're talking about. And it's really sad that Latino families, like I was saying, are brought up with that I don't know how to say the word, belief that or I don't know how to say, like I was saying earlier, that they need to be because the way I see it is like they accept just things without, or I don't know why, because they're scared, or I don't know why they accept certain things like this happening, they don't inform themselves, or for whatever reason, because they're embarrassed, or because they don't want people to know, or I just don't understand now. I wish I could just understand why it's not talk about the possibility that a family member can do these kinds of things. And now I see, because of when I became a member of the organization,
Which one?
Líderes Campesinas.
Mhm.
That's when I found, when I like knew about that there's help, that there's a lot of help out there that a lot of people don't know.
Tell me. I don't know either. Maybe one or two places you recommend.
Well, we don't, like I said, we don't have that mental health and I mean mental health in our how do we say
In the
it?
community
And our issues or whatever that we have, happening in the community. We don't have that included in the organization.
Oh.
But we do have a domestic violence, I know now that we've been working also with the Family Justice Center. We've been working with the Oxnard Police Station about domestic violence, and then with Interface, victims, of domestic violence. And so because of this, because of what I went through, it became like a, I don't know, like a cycle, or to me, like I allowed, or I don't know why, the reason why I just became a victim of all kinds of different things, like domestic violence, I'm saying. And because I think I choose the wrong kind of men. I don't know why. And I allow them to mistreat me because I feel less. That I'm not worthy of having a good man. I don't know.
Are there any good men left?
I would like to know. If you know, let me know.
Point them in the right direction.
I don't think they have a non-profit called Good Men. I wonder how many.
And if they are, if there are, I think you're okay.
Oh, that could be.
But I would like to. I would have liked to when I was growing up. I always thought, because I would say I got married, but no, I feel like they married me. My mom married me at I was 17 going on 18.
How old was your husband?
He was he was 19.
Okay.
And he was the only. I never had a boyfriend. He was a friend of ours, of my brother's, because he was the only neighbor that we had out in the boonies. Because they lived in the in the field across from us. And I think that we stopped seeing each other because he moved to Texas, and then when I was 17, he came and knocked on our door, and I was happy to see him. I don't know, because he was my friend. You know, he was a child friend. And he asked about his mom because they had moved away, because it was an old house and they had moved that old house. Right now it's we used to call it the Dracula house. and they moved it. Right now it's at the what is it called right there where they moved those old houses, right there on 8th Street and what is that place called? Historic.
I don't know. The
Yeah.
historic district. Let me look it up.
Historic. They moved a lot of the old houses there, and they remodeled them, and you know, some of them are, I think, galleries, some of them offices, some of them one of them is a restaurant. I don't know what that one is, but there's well, anyways, so he came and asked if we knew where his parents moved to, and we started from there, you know, and talk about, you know, remember when you used to this and that, and well, memories, good memories, because I do have good memories too. Some good memories at times.
What was your best memory? What is your favorite memory?
I was little. We had I loved then after I really loved growing up there in the ranch. We call it El Rancho. And I remember first it was a lemon orchard, then there was an avocado orchard or trees, and then there was corn, then I think it was celery. I don't know, they had different crops grew there, and then the last one was strawberries, and right now still strawberries. So I really enjoyed walking through all those fruits and vegetables by myself, and looking for the biggest one and eating it all by myself. You know, when I was lemon orchard, I used to take me the chili powder and the salt. I would hide, like if anybody was gonna see me, and just eat that juicy lemon. And I would go home and my mouth, it was all puckered up because I was all like sour and stuff. But man, it was good. And then when the strawberries, I used to, love going picking my own strawberries and stuff like that. And then with my brothers, I used to when there was a lemon orchard, we used to play not like hide and seek, but in our bikes. But then we would if we found each other, we would throw the lemons at each other, and oh man, that hurt it, but it was so much fun. It got to the point where I was already becoming like, was growing like you know, my private, my sister, and so my brother, also this, my friend, that I'm telling you about, his name is Martin. And they saw that kind of like, you know, we kind of like liked each other. And so they stopped. My older brother didn't like me to play with them anymore. I couldn't ride, you know, with them and bikes and play that way because I was already, you know, developing, and I guess, you know, he didn't want me to get hit or something, you know. But I loved when we did barbecues and like the old, like good old days, like my dad made like a hole in the ground where we would cook like the pork, and you know, we had chickens where we used to go and get the eggs, fresh eggs too, you know. We had ducks, we had chickens, we even had 2 peacocks. We had what else do we have? But I like that one. That those good memories where I would see my dad go feed the chickens, and they would all come in and get around him, and just little simple stuff. Yeah.
So you ended up marrying Martin, the guy that would throw lemons at you.
Yeah, and that's a whole like difference. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All I know that all of a sudden they started. We only went out one time to the drive-in, and it was easy for me. I was so excited because my parents let me go, and it was my first date, and I couldn't believe that he had the courage to ask them if they let me go. And I remember we went to the drive-in. the movies, driving out in the outdoors. I don't know if you guys.
I've been there.
You were.
I've been to the drive-in.
You went to the drive-in, but now that one is not there anymore.
No, probably not.
Right there on Woolley Road. And so I don't know, we went and I enjoyed that date so much. I didn't want to go home.
Do you remember the movie?
No. I was so like excited. My first boyfriend, we talked a lot about our childhood. So it's really like we didn't really see the movie. I don't remember really, or I don't think I remember. But so the first movie finished so fast that I was like, and because you want to stay and watch the next one. And I watched it. We wanted to just keep talking. I think good memories. And I said, yeah, let's just stay, you know. And that got me in trouble.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. That got me in trouble. Well, it ended up that other things happened, but reason why they married us. You know, it just didn't. I don't know, but anyways, they married us because they thought that we had already, you know, been together. Been together, and it wasn't so. So all I remember is his mom coming to the house, and my mom, her and my mom talking about us getting married, and he said, well, he wanted to speak up and they didn't let him, and I wanted to say something. My mom said, you shut up, like you don't have the right to say anything. So I noticed that they married us, and they got married, and he didn't even have a job because he barely came from Texas. So I didn't know what was gonna happen, and well, it happened. What was gonna happen? That we went and lived with his mom and dad, and they lived in a garage, a really small garage, and it was like a big change for me. You know, we struggled since the first day, you know. But I was happy. They were really low income, and we lived we stayed in this little room that just only like a little twin size bed fitted in there. That's it. And but I was in love. Yeah. I got pregnant right away, like 3 months. In 3 months I got pregnant right away. Had but during that time we had to like work for whatever, you know, to help his parents. That's before during my pregnancy, and so his dad said, well, you know, he used to sell produce like in the parks, you know, like we see still right now, like all down rice, and some people at the parks. Well, right now it's mostly out, like in the outside, like and rice on rice. Well, he used to sell at the parks, and he said, well, you know, you could save and buy yourself a car or a truck, and mostly a truck, and then I can help you. And his mom said, I can give you $300 so you can go load up. It was a watermelon season. You can go load up your truck and start selling, you know. I remember he bought himself an El Camino, old little truck, El Camino, and it really seemed like a lowrider when it was full of watermelons. and it would like leave us everywhere. We had to push it, and oh my god, it was so embarrassing for me because this time I went to I was going to high school when he came. I was on vacation. And I was supposed to go back to high school. I was in the 11th grade. I was almost going to graduate. And so I never went back because I got married. And so I was so embarrassed. Like I didn't want like the well, you know, people. I mean my classmates too. You know, like if they see me out there, like, and then I was pregnant, and you know. And I would tell them, let's go, like go the farthest from town where we can, you know. But then we got the hang of it, and we would like make like $400-$500 a day, and that at that time it was good. So I didn't care about, you know, I wasn't embarrassed anymore. I didn't care. I didn't care, you know. And I think because I would be out there in the sun and all pregnant, I think people felt bad about me, you know. I don't know. But yeah, we saved our money and moved out on our own, got our little place, and you know, I was so happy. Until one day, I don't know what happened, my daughter was barely born. I don't remember how she was, like 2 months, I don't know, 3 months, I don't remember. But she was little. I barely had her. And he just comes home and just starts telling me that he didn't love me, that he never did.